What's going on, YouTube? Figured to drop some content, man, to bring to you all. So I was thinking of this. I got so many topics. I got to start journaling everything down that I want to make and put on a video or whatever. But I'm just gonna freestyle on this particular topic. But the topic that I thought of is the Atlanta dating scene. So I'm gonna, keep it a buck, man. I done had, women from every waltz here in Atlanta. I done had women from, high value to low value. But something I can say, man, everybody in this city, man, it's like everybody for everybody. You know what I mean? It's like even other girls that come here from other cities and other countries, they take this city and really make it out of, a whorish city. Like they look at TV and I'm guessing they like certain female rappers or the entertainment side of, this city. And it programmed their brain to automatically come to this city and live what they see on the program. And once they get to this city, they go from man to man to man to man to man to man to man. And you got dudes as well, and I can take me, cause I ain't gonna sit here and I love my ladies. I ain't gonna sit here and just drag them, and I'ma also get to us brothers. This was me. We come here, on a level of trying to live like the rappers and or stunt like the rappers or put the latest outfits on or the latest tennis shoes or you know what I'm saying or keep track with the latest the videos and the Instagram or whatever you may want to put it as. And we get here and feel like, damn, man, the city lit. So we automatically be on some tight time, ready to turn up and go party. And oh, well, dang, she bad. Come here for bad women and feel like, oh, dang, they got some bad bitches in Atlanta. And not even knowing, you know what I'm saying? These women, like, in actuality, they ain't really what you think it is. And man, too, you know what I'm saying? Women meeting these dudes here and it ain't really what they think it is. It's dudes out here, with a pocket full of money. I can give them that. But they're poor, meaning they don't own anything. Meaning, they having all this pocket full of money. They buying cars. They not having things. There no credit or nothing up under their name. Not trying to say, all this government shit matters, you know what I'm saying? But it's also good to, turn your dirty money into good money or clean money. Clean your dirty money up. And a lot of these women get fooled and tricked by dudes here that's selling them a dream. Like, just because they're driving the latest vehicle or, they got a pocket full of money. I notice in this and it's all over, but I notice in this city mainly, you know, people are attractive to what they see instead of doing their background and their history on, basically trying to dig a little deeper into knowing or seeing what it really is. Something I notice in this city, the man and the women get tricked. It's like the woman think the man got this, going on and that going on. She get to know him. Shit, this not his house. The whole time this ain't his car. He's renting it or, spent the money and, buying a car and keeping the payments and don't have nowhere to stay. Just got a nice car with money, but don't have his own place or vice versa, have his own place but don't have a vehicle. Not trying to say this worldly shit matters, but, what I don't like is people put on this image in life and knowing that they not living this image. It's like people selling each other lies and this dating scene shit here, you know what I mean? It's crazy, you know what I mean? I feel like even the women that's established in this city a little cuckoo, because I'd have been on both sides of the field with dating, a woman that had money and a woman that didn't have money and was building herself. But it's like, you know, and that goes to the video that I recorded saying big city, the bigger the city, the more demons, and you never know how, women, or people got their money, is well too. And a lot of times certain people with money have a pocket full of money but don't want to give you no gain or put you on no money move. They'll rather have the money and control you around, so when they get mad at you, then you know what I mean, they throw you to the side or kick you to the curb, and now you left with nothing. I'd have been on that side, now you left with nothing. So it's, even if you do find a woman here that's successful, man, make sure she have a heart. You know what I'm saying? Because it can be a woman you meet here that's successful but have a motive to control you with her money. I done seen that, is a lot of that going on here as well. People feeling like, oh, he got this amount of money, or oh, she got this amount of money, but not even knowing, you link up with these people and be around these people, they don't even want to put you on the money move. You know what I mean? They'd rather you be their employee. And I noticed in his life, man, it's like the rich, and I wasn't poor, but they consider us poor when we ain't got the money that they have. But the rich, especially in our community, you know what I mean? Rich people will, make their people the employee instead of making their people the boss. You know what I'm saying? Bosses building bosses. That's what I know this off subject, but that's why I respected the guys like Dolph, or people, that build this big generation of people. And, they passed on. Long live Dolph, man. They passed on. And, this team still eating off the gain and the knowledge and the wisdom they gave them off of, them having the resources with the money and everything. But a lot of that goes on too in this city. You have women, dating men with money, and then, they break up, and, now she ready to go through the court system, which is the dirty way. And you don't get, you don't really get good things out of that neither. You know what I'm saying? But when they break up with the man, some of them, play the game and go to courts and ready to sue him or be out for his money. But then you have some that go right back to their mama with nothing, zero, go back to their hometown with zero, nothing. And, I see that a lot, women wanting the man with money. And, the whole time, the man with the money that they want ain't even, showing them how to hustle or investing into them. And they, making profit like that man making profit and building a business. Even if you're not building a business with that person, if someone investing into you and believing in you, and you got someone that's trying to help you, man, like literally, you know what I'm saying? That's the one, you know what I mean? But a lot of chicks, they come here and fumble the bag. And once they fumble the bag, you know what I mean? Now they left with nothing just because they felt like, oh, he got money, so he got money. I'm going to sit up here and get beat on. I'm going to sit up here and get cheated on. You got people that been, and not even only here in Atlanta, you got people everywhere that been in marriages 10 or 12 years, stressed like a motherfucker just because, you know what I'm saying, they went for, oh, well, he do got the money. And, I know if I leave him, I ain't going to have nothing. That's an easy way to be controlled and tolerate any fucking thing and basically be a weak woman or a weak man out here going and settling for anything, And, I feel in this city, man, there's so much going on. And then there's women out here that's going from man to man. They listen to Sexy Red and all them. They going to the clubs, they getting these BBLs and shit. I got all these women is not even ashamed to tell they homegirls or anybody they know, like, dang, I met such and such, and dang, I got all these niggas on me. Oh, and every nigga they use, out of different resources and different things. You know, and then you got this something, man. I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. I done ran into this too in this city. You know, you got this as well in this city. You got the woman that play her role when y'all meet her. Nice, you know what I'm saying? Play her role, nice. You know, she makes you feel as if she the woman of your dreams and, you know, nice with the chilling, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Nice with the family, you know. Heck, even first and foremost, nice with God. You know what I'm saying? Nice with God. And then once you get in and y'all start dating and get in a relationship, give it a month or a month or two. You see a whole different individual from that individual you met that first week or that second. You know, I know it's fast hookups here too, and I'd have been, you know, victim of that too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's fast hookups here, and people just going on to the next. But yeah, like I was saying, that second month you end up in that relationship, now she got that mindset, you know what I mean? Like, okay, she done drained you for your sex, you know, she done drained you for your wisdom. And next thing you know, now she's treating you like a scumbag or, you know, treating you like shit. And, you know, she fooled you and reeled you in and even cooked you food. Oh, yeah, that as well. You know, they'll cook you food, spend money, not trying to say that living off, you know, money and all that stuff that matters, you know, or living off a woman money, you know what I'm saying? Because you both should be able to hustle, you know, together or not. But, you know, you'll meet a woman that just, you know, she cooking, she's good with the kids, the family. That second month come, all that goes away. No more cook food, no more shopping, no more talking about God, no more motivational things. And you will have them reel you on in to try to, you know, bring the good man or the good side out of you. And once you bring that good side out of you, you know what I'm saying? Now they feel like they got you in your head and in your mind. And once a woman gets you in your head and in your mind, now she finna step foot up, especially the females in this city. They'll walk foot over you. You know, they'll reel a man and just so a man could do this for them and do that for them. They'll play this, basically what I'm saying, they'll play this role of a good woman to open the man up, get in his mind just to open the man up and have a man do all this stuff for them. And what they was doing for you that month or that first week or that second week, you know, it goes all out the window. And now, you know, I played this nigga. And once I played him, I stripped him of his resources, played him. Now I can, you know, the role I played when I first met him, now I can just sit back. I ain't got to do it no more. Now I done got him and reeled him in. Now I have him under my wing. Now I got him inside his mind and in his head. And then that happened to me numerous of times. You know what I'm saying? I had a woman, two women here I was dealing with, you know, kick me and my babies out. You know what I'm saying? Out of their house. You know, and from then and there, I wanted my own, man. And, you know, I got my girl now, well, my female friend now, have her own, but I'm not trying to make that move. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of women ain't trying to build out here, man. They just want to play games with dudes and reel them on in. And you know what I'm saying? Go on to the next one once they done stripped you for everything and, you know, played you for everything. Go on to the next resource. And, you know, I feel the dating scene is trash here because everybody, you know, escaped the natural way of us coming together and building together. You know, it's so many single mothers in this city, single men, single women, and everybody just going on to the next individual because it's too many options and the city is crowded and people feeling like, oh, well, you know, if my man ain't gonna satisfy me here, I can go get a work boyfriend or I can go get a man here, a man there. And you know what I'm saying? Women, you know, also get in the midst of dealing with men here that want to be around, you know, but that's normally the YNs here, but you got grown men out here that live like down here, up here or whatever, that live like YNs too. Only thing they want to do is hang out with their boys, and you know what I'm saying, and go, have fun, and go from woman to woman, you know what I'm saying? And actuality, there's no love for real. And everybody just out, having sex with everybody and saying everybody. And, it's so scary, and so risky getting into a relationship here in this city. And, even getting certain women pregnant in this city and everything, because it's like, you know what I mean? Everybody for everybody, and nobody is not trying to seek one person. And people feel now in this lifetime that I can't be attractive to no one long. And everybody feel like, oh well, what she can do, or oh what he can do, instead of us all building. Like, if I have, I ain't even gonna say if, because I know I have white subscribers too. But no offense to any other race, but my melanated people, you know what I'm saying? I feel basically, if we come together as a whole, man, it's why you think when you see people of our races, like Papa Duck said, man, they don't acknowledge the black couples, the lady that been with her man 16 years. They acknowledge the woman that go out here and get pregnant from man to man. They congratulate them before they congratulate an anniversary, of people that have been together a long time. Like, we support negative and not positive, man. And, a lot of people don't look at, success. Like, how powerful it is when our race come together, man, and how much, powerful way of they build a strong foundation, together. And, a man, like, we need each other. I'm going to just keep it a buck. Man need woman, woman need man, whatever, however, ever. You know what I'm saying? We need each other. But, I just feel, you know what I'm saying, especially in this city, man, everybody undivided. Women want to go get these lashes, get BBLs, go to the clubs and go to parties. And, what I see in this city, man, is men, a lot of men hanging out with each other. Some of them married and some of them not. Majority of them not married. Men hanging with each other, a bunch of men hanging with each other, and a bunch of women hanging with each other, but, we not coming together, man and woman. It just so flipped to the side, and everybody, I done heard stories from people that have been here 19 years, that been married. Excuse me, I'm all over the place because I'm still trying to get used to doing these videos, but I done heard people that been with each other 19 years, they moved to this city, it's out the window. You know what I mean? Out the window. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, Atlanta, Atlanta just, it made it to broadcast that, and us be against each other the best way they can make it and everything, man. And we should stick together, even if you honest with your woman and let her know that you into multiple women, multiple wives. Hell, she may accept you, then be against you. You know what I mean? But, we got to be honest and spread the truth. But, it's so messed up here. And you have to be very aware and very careful. What's so crazy, man, this may not happen to other people, or have happened to other people or whatever. But I don't know, man. It's like women from everywhere else in different cities that I have dated here in Atlanta was the ones that crossed me out. But it's like the Atlanta women that I have dated here, they very, they very chilled, and they're very, them the ones that I feel, I ain't gonna say all of them, but some of them here, that's from here, them the ones that really connect with a nigga, you know what I'm saying, or have connected with me. Even my female friend now, you know what I'm saying? Them been the ones that connected with me more, or connected with me in general. But I ain't gonna hold this video up, man. I just wanted to share this topic on my mind. I'm dropping more content, man. And y'all stay blessed, stay out the way, man. Don't walk in that smoke. Don't bring that smoke. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video. I don't even give a damn if I have one view or one like on the video. I don't get caught up in the likes and the views, but I will love for y'all to subscribe to this channel so I can build a community and, we all chat and, we come together as a whole and even do, live with each other and network with each other, because I'm all in with, the select few that come together and, us coming together. But y'all have a blessed day, man. Y'all have a lovely day. Hope y'all have a great day. Y'all have a blessed day. All praises. I love y'all. Peace.